on my very first spacewalk, I went out there with this guy, Rick Linehan, and we out there for 7.5 hours. We did all of our work, and we come back inside, and one of the things we had to do was we had to bring inside this handle. We call it a D handle. It's just this big hunk of metal, like a steering wheel, that you could take off and put on. And so if you're going to move something, you could put it on there. Now you have a handle to grab this thing by, right? And we needed it for a subsequent spacewalk for like a couple days later. So we had to bring it inside so that the next crew could go use it. So we carried this thing inside. It's made out of like 1/2-inch thick solid aluminum. And he's looking at it in his hands, and he sees that there's a hole shot straight through, all the way through that aluminum. It's about like 1 millimeter. It looks like somebody took a cocktail straw and just like Superman and just like punched it through the aluminum and made a clear hole straight through. And he looked down at that, and he looked back up at me, and he said, you know, man, if that hit one of us. And he didn't have to complete that sentence, right? Because it's not that you worry about like losing pressure in your suit if you get hit by one of those things and the air leaking out. You're in 100% oxygen. So the moment something with that kind of energy punctures your suit, you flame up immediately. And it's
flame up. Flame up is the phrase.
It's not a good day. It's
not
a really
not
bad
like
day.
in a Fantastic Four kind of way, but in a sort of painful flame up.
Actually, kind of like,
So wait, okay. I also heard that
Yeah.
if your suit rips, which happened in a test, I read, that it's your lungs collapse, you don't explode, but also that the moisture in your tongue, your eyes, your nose starts to boil off. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's called ebullition. So what happens is if you're exposed to hard vacuum, unless you're Princess Leia, and then apparently you can get away with this. But if you're not, then what happens is all the liquids in your tissues begin to change phase. It's like they're boiling. It goes from liquid to gas. And it's kind of like Schwarzenegger on Total Recall with like the face with the bulging eyes and all that. That's kind of what would happen. You would have this grotesque bulging and edema and all the swelling